Hello everyone. In many states in the US, coyotes are becoming a serious threat to farmers and residential communities. With the ability to reproduce quickly and cunning hunting habits, they often attack livestock, destroy crops, and even appear in residential areas. In 2023, Wyoming recorded tens of thousands of livestock attacked by coyotes, while in California, many human bites caused public panic. In response, hunting campaigns with rifles and helicopters have been deployed on a large scale to control this invasive species and protect people's livelihoods. The hunt began in a large agricultural area near Abilene, Texas, where residents have reported repeated coyote attacks on young dairy cows. Local hunters were mobilized, armed with small-caliber rifles such as .223 Remington and .243 Winchester, and decoy sounders that mimic the squealing of rabbits, a sound that can attract coyotes from a distance. At dawn, two coyotes emerged from a cornfield. A well-aimed shot from a Winchester took down the first coyote right next to a wooden fence. The other immediately ran away, leaving a deep trail in the damp ground.
Stop shooting.
You hit it.
Continuing on the outskirts of Amarillo, the hunting team used a nocturnal ambush tactic, as coyotes tend to prowl around poultry houses. A camouflaged mound was set up near a patch of woods adjacent to a residential area. As the electronic siren sounded the squeal of field mice, two gray figures emerged from the edge of the darkness.
Go ahead and take this one.
From a distance of 100 yards, a loud rifle shot rang out, causing the animal to collapse immediately. The other one disappeared into the darkness. Locals noted that since this raid, the dogs had not been stalked all night as before.
On. You gave up.
In central Kansas, a team of hunters was deployed after 3 farms lost their young calves in October 2022. The wheat fields there are ideal hiding places for coyotes, especially during harvest when food is scarce. The team took up positions on high ground, using daytime scopes and silencers so as not to spook the herd. In the late afternoon, a group of 3 coyotes appeared. 2 shots were fired in quick succession, and the last one was driven to the edge of a stream and fled into the distance. This not only prevented immediate damage, but also helped disrupt the breeding cycle of the predators in the area. Helicopter hunting was used in Oklahoma when a large herd of coyotes was spotted in thousands of acres of Tillman County cattle ranching. A Robinson R-44 took off at dawn, flying along the edge of a field where several attacks on calves had been reported. The shooter sat in the doorway, using a semi-automatic rifle with a thermal sight. When the herd emerged in dry land with low trees, shots were fired quickly, taking down 3 coyotes in just 90 seconds. The use of helicopters allowed for quick access to areas that were inaccessible by vehicle, while also being highly effective when dealing with large herds. Craig, Colorado, known for its large coyote population and rugged terrain, the hunters adopted a live bait tactic. A fake lamb was placed in the middle of an open field, along with meat bait to attract scent. After 2 hours of ambush, 3 coyotes approached from the edge of the woods. Shots were carefully and accurately fired with Savage Arms rifles, taking down 2 of the 3 in seconds. The operation was considered a success, helping to protect more than 200 sheep raised on surrounding ranches. Helicopters were used again in Santa Rosa, New Mexico, where a pack of coyotes attacked an organic goat farm in May 2023. The helicopter flew low over abandoned fields and hillside edges where coyotes often congregate in the early morning. Thermal imaging equipment mounted on the aircraft detected 5 coyotes hiding in the brush. In less than 2 minutes, 4 were shot down with semi-automatic close-range fire. Local authorities credit the operation with preventing further attacks. In the middle of winter in the snowy range of Wyoming, a thick blanket of snow blankets a vast expanse of hills. The cold and quiet are perfect conditions for coyotes to show themselves. Small, sharp footprints in the snow lead to a residential area where coyotes have attacked dogs twice. A group of hunters set up an ambush on a high knoll.
Up to the right of that tree. Take your time. Good shot.
Around noon, a pack of coyotes emerges from behind the trees, moving silently along the trail. As it lowers its head to sniff, a gun flashes for a split second. The shot rings out dryly, and the animal collapses to the snow, leaving a trail of bright red blood on the pure white. In Utah, the town of Moab reported a coyote biting a child on the leg in his own yard. Authorities immediately ordered an emergency hunt around the neighborhood. Hunting parties combed the small ravines around the edge of town.
That's a bobcat. No, let's go. Cody, he's a scroungy.
A skinny, seemingly disoriented coyote emerged from a field of dry grass. A single shot ended its presence in the area from about 250 feet away. No coyotes were seen near the neighborhood in the days that followed.
Got him. Nice.
The last helicopter mission took place in the Texas Panhandle, a flat, sparsely vegetated area where coyotes breed and are not hunted. The helicopter crew used infrared imaging to detect coyotes hiding in the thick grass. In just 1 hour of flight, 7 were killed, one of which had an old wound from a previous trap. Because of its effectiveness and quick reach, the method is being proposed for widespread adoption in other states with similar problems. Coyote hunting has been remarkably effective in controlling this predator in the United States. Approximately 75,000 to 90,000 coyotes are killed each year, with more than 62,000 killed in 2020 alone through federal programs. These campaigns have resulted in a dramatic reduction in livestock losses due to coyotes, with calves killed by up to 30% in Texas. A 2022 campaign in Oklahoma killed 143 coyotes in 5 days, reducing the number of missing calves by 80%. The use of helicopters combined with semi-automatic weapons, although costly, has increased the success rate of killing by up to 80%, especially in large, hard-to-reach areas. Additionally, neighborhoods that have been infested with coyotes, such as Bakersfield and Albuquerque, have seen a 70% reduction in coyote sightings following these campaigns. Hunting also disrupts the reproductive cycle, disrupts the population structure, and contributes to limiting the long-term development of this invasive species. In late December 2024, a series of reports from farmers in the Broome district began to emerge of feral foxes attacking farms. They regularly ripped open chicken coops and broke into rabbit hutches almost every night. In particular, a cunning red fox dug through 2 layers of reinforced fences and killed more than a dozen chickens in one night. The incident caused great concern and frustration among the residents, forcing the local government to issue a license for controlled fox hunting.
Wait. Yes.
When hunting, hunters usually wear green or gray-brown clothes. In addition, hunters can use grass or straw to camouflage themselves to blend into nature, avoiding wearing flashy clothes that will alert foxes. Use body deodorants. In particular, they must remain absolutely silent during the hunt. The moon cast silver light on the ground. A group of hunters used electronic calls imitating the sound of hares. A rustling sound appeared, followed by a trace of movement. 2 foxes rushed out of the fence, and were quickly shot down by a series of bullets from a .223 rifle with a silencer. This method was effective and accurate, preventing further damage to nearby livestock farms.
G'day. G'day. G'day.
In Texas, counties bordering New Mexico have reported an increase in fox-related losses, particularly in livestock operations. Biologists have concluded that the main cause of the phenomenon is a shortage of wild food sources. In response, ranchers have begun organizing fox hunts, large-scale, systematic hunts across vast swaths of prairie. Near the outskirts of Lubbock, a hunting party armed with scoped rifles and thermal drones swept through a 500-acre cattle range. One hunter described the experience as surgical. Foxes would freeze in confusion at a distant call, only to be caught in a triangular gunfight seconds later. Over the course of a week, 17 foxes were taken down. Just across the border in Canada, the problem manifested itself. In the fall of 2023, in southern Ontario, conservation officers raised the alarm about a series of livestock kills near Elgin County. Reports suggested that red foxes, encouraged by urban sprawl and trash-filled ditches, were moving closer to towns and farms. One alarming case involved a fox den located beneath an abandoned greenhouse just 300 meters from an elementary school. After securing a permit, local trappers combined their efforts with hunters wielding .22 Magnum rifles. In the early morning, a fox was spotted prowling near a goat pen. Using scent bait and a motion alarm, the hunters lured it into range. The shot was accurate, hitting it in the back of the shoulder. A second fox ran away but was stopped near a wooden fence a few minutes later. Foxes are carnivores, and although they do not directly damage crops, they often hide in dense corn, rice, or soybean fields to ambush and attack livestock and poultry. This is an ideal shelter that helps them avoid detection and easily approach their prey from close range. In March 2024, Jefferson County saw an unusual increase in the number of foxes appearing in suburban residential areas. Dozens of chickens and young goats went missing and several small dogs were attacked right in their yards.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, man.
According to a report by the Department of Agriculture, in 2024 alone, foxes caused about $350,000 in damage to the U.S. economy. Faced with this serious problem, local wildlife officials have allowed night hunting with red light scopes.
Good shit.
Tail is just full of birds.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
In the winter of 2024 in Manitoba, fur trappers noticed an unusually high number of foxes while checking their fox traps. What puzzled them was the unusually high number of fox pups, with some dens yielding 7 or 8 pups, compared to a litter of 4 to 6. A hunter named Reed, who had hunted in the area for 20 years, said climate change may be contributing to the lengthening of the breeding season. On a cold morning, Reed and his partner set out on snowmobiles. When fox tracks converged near a frozen stream, they set baited traps and waited. The sun had barely touched the horizon when the first fox appeared, lean, hungry, and bold. It took the bait, and within minutes, more foxes emerged from the tree line, indicating that there was a den nearby. 3 foxes were killed in one hunt. Back in the southeastern United States, the Appalachian region has been dealing with a steady increase in fox attacks on farm animals and wild birds. Predation complaints have been rising, especially from turkey farmers preparing for the spring harvest. Hunters, both professional and volunteer, have begun tracking them. One night, near a pine grove overlooking a small stream, two foxes slinked in the darkness toward a turkey coop. Their glowing eyes betrayed them in infrared. A suppressed bullet took down the larger fox instantly, and the other ran only a few yards before being killed by a follow-up shot. Do you think this is the ultimate solution to America's fox problem? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.
Good eye.
Even in California, foxes have become invasive in unexpected ways. In San Luis Obispo County, authorities had to intervene after a pack of foxes dug a den under a playground near a nature trail. The foxes had no fear of people, often foraging for food from hikers and threatening small dogs.
Got him.
In the low hills near a vineyard, a hunter sat quietly with a .17 caliber HMR stoked in. Using a digital predator call set to mimic rats in distress, two appeared from a distance and headed straight for the cry. Both were quickly and cleanly dispatched, and the den location was later confirmed and neutralized. As the sun sets over North America's vast, diverse landscape, the need for fox management becomes increasingly clear. Whether in the snowy forests of Canada or the grasslands of Texas, foxes have proven themselves both survivors and invaders. Hunters and trappers, armed with knowledge, licenses, and the right tools, remain on the front lines of this ecological battle, protecting livestock, native species, and the delicate balance between wilderness and civilization.
Good eye.